Shades of Grey by E.L. James. Read and interpreted by MargeRita Ginvodkuh. With special guest Tequila Sonryze. Okay. For now. The master of my universe. Okay. Acknowledgement. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. I am indebted to the following people for their help and support. To my husband, Thank you for tolerating my obsession, being a domestic god, and doing the first edit. To my boss Lisa, thank you for putting up with me over the last year while I indulged in this madness. To CCF, I'll never tell, but thank you. To the original Bunker Babes, thank you for your friendship and constant support. To SR, thank you for all the helpful advice from the start and for going first. Ew. To Sue, thanks for sorting me out. And to Amanda and all at Twix, thank you for taking a punt. Thank you for taking a punt. Punt. Chapter 1. I scowl with frustration at myself in the mirror. Damn my hair, it just won't behave. And damn Kafar and Kavana for being ill and subjecting me to this ordeal. I should be studying for my final exams, which are next week, yet here I am trying to brush my hair into submission. I must not sleep with it wet. Reciting this mantra several times, I attempt, once more, to bring it under control with the brush. I roll my eyes in exasperation and gaze at the pale brown-haired girl with blue eyes too big for her face staring back at me and give up. Who the fuck is she looking at? Cause that don't look like me. My only option is to restrain my wayward hair in a ponytail and hope that I look semi-presentable. I can't read this in first person. This is not me. MargeRita is not this. This is not MargeRita. Okay? Kate is my roommate, and she has chosen today of all days to succumb to the flu. Bitch. Therefore, she cannot attend the interview she arranged to do with some mega industrialist tycoon I'd never heard of for the student newspaper. So I have been volunteered. I have final exams to cram for, one essay to finish, and I'm supposed to be working this afternoon. But no, today I have to drive 165 miles downtown Seattle in order to meet this enigmatic CEO of Great Enterprises Holdings Inc. As an exceptional entrepreneur and major benefactor of our university, his time is extraordinarily precious. Much more precious than mine. These words are so big. But he has granted Kate an interview. A real coup, she tells me. Damn her extracurricular activities. Kate is huddled on the couch in the living room. Anna, I'm sorry. It took me 9 months to get this interview. It will take another 6 to reschedule, and we'll both have graduated by then. As the editor, I can't blow this off. Please! Kate begs me in her rasping sore throat voice. Ooh, I did that wrong. I'll try it again. How does she do it? Even ill, she looks game-meaning, gorgeous. Strawberry blonde hair in place and green eyes bright, although now red-rimmed and runny. What the fuck? I ignore my pang of unwelcome sympathy. Of course I'll go, Kate. You should get back to bed. Would you like some NyQuil or Tylenol? NyQuil, please! Here are the questions in my mini disc recorder. Just press record here. Make notes. I'll transcribe it all. I know nothing about him, I murmur, trying and failing to suppress my rising panic. The questions will see you through. Go. It's a long drive. I don't want you to be late. Okay, I'm going. Get back to bed. I made you some soup to heat up later. I stare at her fondly. Only for you, Kate, would I do this. I will. Good luck. And thanks, Anna. As usual, you're my lifesaver. Wait, is that the wrong way around? Yes. I will. Good luck. And thanks, Anna. As usual, you're my lifesaver. Shit. Gathering my satchel, I smile wryly at her, then head to the door to the car. I cannot believe I have let Kate talk me into this, but then Kate can talk anyone into anything. She'll make an exceptional journalist. She's articulate, strong, persuasive, argumentative, beautiful, and she's my dearest friend. The roads are clear as I set off from Vancouver, Washington to Portland on the I-5. It's early, and I don't have to be in Seattle until 2 this afternoon. Fortunately, Kate's lent me her sporty Mercedes CLK. I just like a Ford Fiesta, but he's okay. I'm not sure Wanda, my old VW Beetle, would make the journey in time. Oh, the Merc is a fun drive. Mercedes. We're fucking. And the miles slip away as I floor the pedal through the metal. Oh shit. My destination is the headquarters of Mr. Gray's global enterprise. It's a huge 20-story office building, all curved glass and steel, and architect's utilitarian fantasy, with Gray House written discreetly in steel over the glass front doors. It's 1:45 when I arrive, greatly relieved that I'm not late as I walk into the enormous and frankly intimidating glass, steel, and white sandstone lobby. Behind the when are we gonna get to the sex? This is boring. I'm gonna skip. Can I skip? Nah. Behind the sandstone desk, a very attractive, groomed, blonde young woman smiles pleasantly at me. She's wearing the sharpest charcoal suit jacket and white shirt I have ever seen. She looks immaculate. I'm here to see Mr. Gray. Anastasia Steele for Catherine Kavanaugh. Excuse me one moment, Miss Steele. She arches her eyebrows slightly as I stand self-consciously before her. I am beginning to wish I'd borrow one of Kate's formal blazers rather than wear my navy blue jacket. I have made an effort and worn my one and only skirt, my sensible brown knee-length boots, and a blue sweater. For me, this is smart. I tuck one of the escaped tendrils of my hair behind my ear as I pretend she doesn't intimidate me. Miss Kavanaugh is expected. Please, oh, I'm doing the wrong voice. This is so hard. Who wrote this? Miss Kavanaugh is expected. What? Please sign in here, Miss Steele. You'll want a last elevator on the right. Press for the 20th floor. She just morphed into 3 different people. She's a schizo. She smiles kindly at me, amused no doubt, as I sign in. She hands me a security pass that has visitor very firmly stamped on the front. I can't help my smirk. Surely it's obvious that I'm just visiting. I don't fit in here at all. Nothing changes, I inwardly sigh. Thanking her, I walk over to the bank of elevators past the 2 security men who are both far more smartly dressed than I am in their well-cut black suits. The elevator whisks me with terminal velocity to the 20th floor. The doors slide open and I'm in another large lobby, again all glass, steel, and white sandstone. I'm confronted by another desk of sandstone and another young blonde woman dressed impeccably in black and white who rises to greet me. Miss Steele, could you wait here, please? She points to a seated area of white leather chairs. Oh my gosh, I'm morphing now too. Arriba! Behind the leather chairs is a spacious glass-walled meeting room with an equally spacious darkwood table and at least 20 matching chairs around it. Beyond that, there is a floor-to-ceiling window with a view of the Seattle skyline that looks out to the city toward the sound. It's a stunning vista, and I'm momentarily paralyzed by the view. Whoa! I sit down, fish the questions from my satchel, and go through them, inwardly cursing Kay for not providing me with a brief biography. I know nothing about this man I'm about to interview. He could be 90 or he could be 30. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be damn hot. Just saying that now. The uncertainty is galling. MargeRita is not smart. And my nerves resurface, making me fidget. I've never been comfortable with one-on-one interviews, preferring the anonymity of a group discussion where I can sit inconspicuously at the back of the room. To be honest, I prefer my own company, reading a classic British novel, curled up in a chair on the campus library, not sitting twitching nervously in a colossal glass and stone edifice. I roll my eyes at myself. Get a grip, Steele. Judging from the building, which is too clinical and modern, I guess Gray is in his 40s, fit, tanned, and fair-haired to match the rest of the personnel. Another elegant, flawlessly dressed blonde what is with all the blondes? What a shallow bitch. What is it with all the immaculate blondes? Oh, see? She beat me to it. Or I beat her. Whatever, shut up. Okay, here we go. It's like Stepford here. Taking a deep breath, I stand up. Miss Steele! The latest blonde asks. Yes. I croak and clear my throat. Yes. There, that sounded more confident. Mr. Gray will see you in a moment. May I take your jacket? Oh, please. I struggle out of the jacket. Have you been offered any refreshment? No. Oh dear, is blonde number 1 in trouble? Blonde number 2 frowns and eyes the young woman at the desk. Would you like tea, coffee, water? She asks, turning her attention back to me. A glass of water, thank you. With some rum, I murmur. Olivia, please fetch Miss Steele a glass of water. Her voice is stern. Olivia scoots up immediately and scurries to a door on the other side of the foyer. My apologies, Miss Steele. Olivia is our new intern. Please be seated. Mr. Gray will be another 5 minutes. Olivia returns with a glass of iced water. Here you go, Miss Steele. Thank you. Blonde number 2 marches over to the large desk, her heels clicking and echoing on the sandstone floor. She sits down and they both continue their work. Perhaps Mr. Gray insists on all his employees being blonde. I'm wondering idly if that's legal when the office door opens and a tall, elegantly dressed, attractive African-American man, with short dreads exits. I had definitely worn the wrong clothes. He turns and says to the door, Go, this way, Gray. Ooh, that was racist, wasn't it? Oh, shit. I don't hear the reply. He turns, sees me, and smiles. Oh, God. His dark eyes crinkling at the corners. I like dark chocolate. Olivia has jumped up and called the elevator. She seems to excel at jumping from her seat. She's more nervous than me. Good afternoon, ladies, he says as he departs through the sliding door. Oh, God. Mr. Gray will see you now, Miss Steele. Do go through. I forgot what voice I was using. Blonde number 2 says, I stand rather shakily, trying to suppress my nerves. Gathering up the satchel, I abandon my glass of water and make my way to the partly open door. Partially. You don't need to knock. You don't need to knock. Just go in. She smiles kindly. I push open the door and stumble through, tripping over my own feet and falling headfirst into the office. Double crap! Me and my 2 left feet. I am on my hands and knees in the doorway to Mr. Gray's office. The gentle hands are around me, helping me to stand. I am so embarrassed. Damn my clumsiness. I have to steel myself to glance up. Get it? Steel myself? Holy cow, he's so young. Miss Kavanaugh. He extends a long fingered hand to me once I'm upright. I'm Christian Grey. Are you alright? Would you like to sit? So young and attractive. Very attractive. He's tall, dressed in a fine grey suit, white shirt, and black tie with unruly dark copper-colored hair and intense bright grey eyes that regard me shrewdly. He takes a moment for me to find my voice. Actually, I mutter, if this guy is over 30, then I'm a monkey's uncle. In a daze, I place my hand in his and we shake. As our fingers touch, I feel an odd, exhilarating shiver run through me. I withdraw my hand hastily, embarrassed. Must be static. I blink rapidly, my eyelids matching my heart rate. What? Oh, Miss Kavanaugh is indisposed, so she sent me. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Gray. And you are? His voice is warm, possibly amused. But it's definitely difficult to tell from his impressive expression. I'm getting so horny. He looks mildly interested, but above all, polite. Anastasia Steele. I'm studying English literature with Catherine, Miss Kavanaugh at Washington State. I see. He says simply. I think I see the ghost of a smile in his expression, but I'm not sure. Would you like to sit? He waves me toward a white leather buttoned L-shaped couch. Okay. IKEA. His office is way too big for just one man. In front of the floor-to-ceiling windows, there's a huge modern dark wood desk that 6 people could comfortably eat around. It matches the coffee table by the couch. Everything else is white. Ceilings, floors, and walls. Except on the wall by the door were a mosaic of small paintings saying 36 of them arranged in a square. They are exquisite. A series of mundane, forgotten objects painted in such precise detail they look like photographs. Displayed together, they are breathtaking. Breathtaking. A local artist, True Tone, says Gray with he catches my gaze. They're lovely. Raising the ordinary to extraordinary, I murmur, distracted by both him and the paintings. He cocks his head to one side and regards me intently. I couldn't agree more, Miss Steele. He replies. Ooh, I spit all over my screen. Oh, shit. He replies, his voice soft, and for some inexplicable reason I find myself blushing. Apart from the paintings, the rest of the office is cold, clean, and clinical. I wondered if it reflects the personality of the Adonis who sinks gracefully into one of the white leather chairs opposite me. I shake my head, disturbed at the direction of my thoughts, and retrieve Kate's questions from my satchel. Next, I set up the mini disc recorder and I'm all fingers and thumbs, dropping it twice on the coffee table in front of me. Mr. Gray says nothing, waiting patiently, I hope, as I become increasingly embarrassed and flustered. When I pluck up the courage to look at him. He's watching me, one hand relaxed on his lap and the other cupping his chin and trailing his long index finger across his lips. Ew. I think he's trying to suppress a smile. Sorry, I stutter. I'm not used to this. Take all the time you need, Miss Steele, he says. Do you mind if I record your answers? After you've taken so much trouble to set up the recorder, you ask me now? I flush. He's teasing me? I hope. I blink at him, unsure what to say, and I think he takes pity on me because he relents. No, I don't mind. Did Kate, Miss Kavanaugh, explain what the interview was for? Yes, to appear in the graduation issue of the student newspaper, as I shall be conferring the degrees of this year's graduation ceremony. Oh! This is news to me, but I'm temporarily preoccupied by the thought that someone not much older than me, okay, maybe 6 years or so, and okay, maybe successful, but still, is going to present me with my degree. I frown, dragging my wayward attention back to the task at hand. Good, I swallow nervously. I have some questions, Mr. Gray. I smooth a small lock of hair away from my behind my ear. It's the simple sentences that hurt. I thought you might, he says, deadpan. He's laughing at me. My cheeks heat at the realization, and I sit up and square my shoulders. I'm not from here. In an attempt to look taller and more intimidating, pressing the start button on the recorder, I try to look professional. You're very young to have amassed such an empire. To what do you owe your success? I glance up at him. His smile is rueful, and but he looks vaguely disappointed. Business is all about people, Miss Steele. I don't want to use my real voice. What? Rita? This is Rita's real voice. What did I just say? Don't listen to me. Oh my god. Business is all about people, Miss Steele, and I'm very good at judging people. I know how they tick, what makes them flourish, what doesn't, what inspires them, and how to incentivize them. I can't read properly when I speak in weird voices, but I'm a schizo, so they all gotta work. I employ an exceptional team and I reward them as well. Who's trying to text me? Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm trying to do something. Hold on. He pauses and fixes me with his gray stare. My belief is to achieve success in any scheme one has to make oneself master that scheme. Now inside and out, know every detail. I work hard, very hard to do that. I make decisions based on logic and facts. I have a natural gut instinct that can spot and nurture a good solid idea and good people. The bottom line is, it's always down to good people. Maybe you're just lucky. This isn't on Kate's list, but he's so arrogant. That was disgusting. Ugh. His eyes flare momentarily in surprise. I don't subscribe to luck or chance, Miss Steele. The harder I work, the harder I work. Hold on, I gotta take a shit. The harder I work, the more luck I seem to have. It really is all about having the right people on your team and directing their energies accordingly. I think it was Harvey Fierstein, not Firestone, Fierstein the actor, who said, "The growth and development of people is the highest calling of friendship." You sound like a control freak. The words are out of my mouth before I can stop them. Oh! Access control and all things, Miss Steele, he says without a trace of humor in his smile. I look at him, and he holds my gaze steadily, impassive. My heartbeat quickens, and my face flushes again. Why does he have such an unnerving effect on me? His overwhelming good looks, maybe. The way his eyes blaze at me. The way he strokes his index finger against his lower lip. I wish he'd stop doing that. Besides, immense power is acquired by assuring yourself in your secret reveries that you're born to control things. He continues, his voice soft. Not quite so soft, Empire. I'm so sorry. Do you feel that you have immense power? Control freak! I employ over 40,000 people, Miss Steele. That gives me a certain sense of responsibility. Power, if you will. If I were to decide I was no longer interested in the telecommunications business and sell up, 20,000 people would struggle to make their mortgage payments after a month or so. My mouth drops open. I am staggered by his lack of humility. Don't you have a board to answer to? I asked, disgusted. I own my company. I don't have to answer to a board. He raises an eyebrow at me. I flush. Of course I would notice if I had done some research, but holy crap, he is so arrogant. I change tack. And do you have any interests outside your work? I have very interest, Miss Steele. A ghost of a smile touches his lips. Very varied. And for some reason, I'm confounded and heated by his steady gaze. His eyes are alight with some wicked thought. But if you work so hard, what do you do to chill out? Chill out? He smiles, revealing perfect white teeth. I stop breathing. He really is beautiful. No one should be this good looking. Well, to chill out, as you put it, I sail, I fly, I indulge in various physical pursuits. He shifts in his chair. I am a very wealthy man, Miss Steele, and I have expensive and absorbing hobbies. I glance quickly at Kate's questions, wanting to get off this subject. You invest in manufacturing. Why specifically? I ask. Why does he make me so uncomfortable? I like to build things. I like to know how things work, what makes things tick, how to construct and deconstruct, and I have a love of ships. What can I say? This sounds like your heart talking rather than logic and facts. His mouth quirks up, and he stares appraisingly at me. Possibly. Though there are people who'd say I don't have a heart. Why would they say that? Because they know me well. His lip curls in a wry smile. Yes. Why would your friends say you're easy to get to know? And I regret the question as soon as I say it. It's not on Kate's list. I'm a very private person, Miss Steele. I go a long way to protect my privacy. I don't often give interviews. He trails off. He trails off. Why did you agree to do this on? Because I'm a benefactor to the university, and for all intents and purposes, I couldn't get Miss Kavanaugh off my my back. She badgered and badgered my PR people, and I admire that kind of tenacity. I love how tenacious Kate can be. I know. That's why I'm sitting here squirming uncomfortably under his penetrating gaze. Penetrating. When I should be studying for my exams. You also invest in farming technologies. Why are you interested in this area? We can't eat money, Miss Steele, and there are too many people on this planet who don't have enough to eat. This sounds very philanthropic. Is there something you feel passionately about? Feeding the world's poor? He shrugs, very non-committal. It's shrewd business, he murmurs. Though I think he's being disingenuous. My God, these words. It doesn't make sense. Feeding the world's poor? I can't see the financial benefits of this. Only the virtual detail. I glance at the next question, confused by his attitude. Do you have a philosophy? If so, what is it? I don't have a philosophy as such. Maybe a guiding principle. Carnegie's. A man who acquires the ability to take full possession of his own mind may take possession of anything else to which he is justly entitled. I'm a very singular driven. I like control of myself and those around me. So you want to possess things? You utter control freak. I want to deserve to possess them. But yes, bottom line, I do. You sound like the ultimate consumer. I am. He smiles. But the time my smile doesn't touch his eyes. Oh my God, I'm going to have a orgasm. Again, this is the odds with someone who wants to feed the world. So I can't help think, what is this bitch talking about? She's not making any sense whatsoever. This book is stupid. This book makes no sense. But God damn it, I'll continue for you. I swallow hard. Again. The temperature in the room is rising, or maybe it's just me. I just want this interview to be over. Surely Kate has enough material now? I glance at the next question. You're adopted. far do you think that shaped the way you are? Oh, this is personal. I stare at him, hoping he's not offended. His brow furrows. I have no way of knowing. My interest is piqued. How old were you when you were adopted? That's a matter of public record, Miss Steele. His tone is stern. I flush again. Crap! Yes, of course. If I'd known I was doing this interview, I would have done some research. I move on quickly. You've had to sacrifice a family life for your work. That's not a question. He's terse. Sorry, I squirm, and he's made me feel like an errant child. I try again. Have you had to sacrifice a family life for your work? I have a family. I have a brother and a sister and 2 loving parents. Bullshit. I'm not interested in extending my family beyond that. Are you gay, Mr. Gray? He inhales sharply. I cringe, mortified. Crap! Why didn't I employ some kind of filter before I read this straight out? How can I tell him I'm just reading the questions? Damn kid and her curiosity! No, Anastasia, I'm not, but I could be if you're the right kind of man. He raises his eyebrows, a cool gleam in his eyes. He does not look pleased. I apologize, it's, written here. It's the first time he said my name. My heart has accelerated, and my cheeks are heating up again. But not my face cheeks. Nervously, I tuck my loosened hair behind my ear. He cocks his head to one side. Those aren't your own questions. The blood drains from my head. Oh no! No! Kate! Miss Kavanaugh! She compiled the questions. Are your colleagues on the student paper? Oh crap! I have nothing to do with the student paper. It's her extracurricular activity, not mine. My face is aflame. No. She's my roommate. He rubs his chin in quiet deliberation. His gray eyes appraising me. Did you volunteer to do this interview? He asks, his voice deadly quiet. Oh shit. Hang on, who's supposed to be interviewing whom? His eyes burn into me and I'm compelled to answer with the truth. I was drafted. She's not well. My voice is weak and apologetic. That explains a great deal. There's a knock at the door, and blonde number 2 enters. Mr. Gray, forgive me for interrupting, but your next meeting is in 2 minutes. We're not finished here, Andrea. Please cancel my next meeting. Andrea hesitates, gaping at him. She appears lost. She's appears lost. My book says she's appears lost. Does your book say she's appears lost? Someone did not copy edit. You know why? Because his book is shit. Okay. He turns his head slowly to face her and raises his eyebrows. She flashes bright pink. Oh good, it's not just me. Very well, Mr. Gray. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Very well, Mr. Gray. She mutters and then exits. He frowns and turns his attention back to me. How long is this going to go on? My God. Oh, thank God we're almost done. Ugh. My God. Where were we, Miss Steele? Oh, we're back to Miss Steele now. Please don't let me keep you from anything. I want to know... Shit. I want to know about you. I think that's only fair. His gray eyes are alight with curiosity. Double crap. Where's he going with this? He places his elbows on the table of the chair and steeples his fingers in front of his mouth. His mouth is very... distracting. I swallow. There's not much to know, I say, flushing again. What are your plans after you graduate? A shrug thrown by his interest. Come to Seattle with Kate, find a place, find a job. I haven't really thought beyond my finals. I haven't made any plans, Mr. Gray. I just need to get through my final exams, which I could be studying for now, rather than sitting in your palatial, swanky, sterile office, feeling uncomfortable under your penetrating gaze. We run an excellent internship program here, he says quietly. I raise my eyebrows in supplies. Is he offering me a job? Oh, I'll bear that in mind, I murmur, completely confounded, though I'm not sure I'd fit in here. Oh no, I'm musing out loud again. Why do you say that? He cocks his head to one side, intrigued, and with a smile playing on his lips. It's obvious, isn't it? I'm uncoordinated, scruffy, and I'm not blonde. Not to me, he murmurs. His gaze is intense, all humor gone, and strange muscles deep in my belly clench suddenly. I tear my eyes away from the scrutiny and stare blindly down my knotted fingers. Why did I just turn Scottish? MargeRita, arriba, Tequila. What's going on? I have to go, now. I lean forward to retrieve my recorder. Would you like me to show you around? He says. I'm sure you're far too busy, Mr. Gray, and I do have a long drive. You're driving back to the WSU in Vancouver? He sounds surprised, anxious even. He glances out the window. It's begun to rain. Well, you better drive carefully. His tone is stern, authoritative. Why should he care? Did you get everything you need? What? Did you get everything you need? There we go. He adds. Yes, sir. I reply, packing the recorder into my satchel. His eyes narrow speculatively. Thank you for the interview, Mr. Gray. Oh, that's me. Thank you for the interview, Mr. Gray. The pleasure's been all mine, he says, polite as ever. As I ride, he stands and holds out his hand. Until we meet again, Miss Steele. And it sounds like a challenge or a threat. I'm not sure which. I frown. Will we ever meet again? I shake his hand once more. Mr. Gray, I nodded him. Moving with lithe, athletic grace to the door, he opens it wide. Just ensuring you make it through the door, Miss Steele. He gives me a small smile. Obviously, he's referring to my earlier less than elegant entry into his office. I flush. That's very considerate, Mr. Gray. I snap, and his smile widens. I'm glad you find me entertaining. I glower inwardly, walking into the foyer. I'm surprised when he follows me out. Andrea and Olivia both look up, equally surprised. Do you have a coat? Gray asks. Yes. Yes! Sorry. Yes! Olivia leaps up and retrieves my jacket, which Gray takes from her before she can hand it to me. He holds it up and, feeling ridiculously self-conscious, I shrug it on. Gray places his hands for a moment on my shoulders. I gasp at the contact. Ah! If he notices my reaction, he gives nothing away. His long index finger presses the button summoning the elevator, and we stand waiting. Awkwardly on my part, coolly self-possessed on his. The doors open, and I hurry and desperate to escape. I really need to get out of here. When I turn to look at him, he's leaning against the doorway beside the elevator with one hand on the wall. He is really very, very good looking. It's distracting. His burning gray eyes gaze at me. Anastasia, he says in a farewell. Christian, I reply, and mercifully, the doors close. This book is shit.